You're listening to The Brett Davern Show, live daily on Adobe Radio.
It's just my fear of the unknown. I don't know about that. That's all.
Yeah.
It's just what it is. I'm an old man. And when you become an old man, you fear what you don't know. That's the thing, Katie.
I think you don't have to, though.
Yeah, but do you go crunchy or do you go puffy? I'm just not sure. It's a mystery to me. I grew up with just cheddar. I didn't grow up with, flaming hot or whatever.
Well, but have you experienced the joy of flaming hot, or are you just resistant because it's new?
No, I'm resistant because it has fire all over the package. It looks dangerous.
That's the appeal.
Also, like, flaming hot is just like, what does that even mean? They're not on fire. They're not on fire, And also, like, everything's flaming hot now. There's flaming hot Funyuns.
Delicious. You know which one I like? The flaming hot munchies.
Are we all just becoming so desensitized that we're trying to burn our tongues out of our mouths as well, just so we can feel something?
It's the Brett Davern Show! Brought to you by my squeaky cold voice, Adobe Radio, and in partnership with Nice Guy Digital. We are recorded live in beautiful North Hollywood, California. On today's episode, recording artist Cameron Leahy is going to join us in studio a bit later on. And we're going to have a good time. Now let's get to the guy who's graduated high school 3 times.
That's me. I can't do that. That's me.
Your new best friend.
Yeah.
Brett Davern!
Listen up, everybody. This is our show. Thank you for joining us live on Adobe Radio. For subscribing on YouTube, TuneIn, iTunes, wherever you get your podcasts. Also, thank you for helping spread the word about our show and engaging with us on the social medias. You guys are awesome. Maddie and I discussed Flamin' Hot Cheetos yesterday on the show. And people were tweeting her about it all night. And that's awesome. I love when you guys hear something on the show and then, reach out. Reach out and touch us.
Woo!
I love it. Also, Spotify people, if you got a Spotify account, search Brett Davern Show, or we have 2 playlists going on there. One of them is love songs, guaranteed to put you in the mood.
Guaranteed.
And then the other playlist is called On Air, and it's just all the stuff we've ever played on the air. It's like 9 hours of music. You'll never get bored, I promise. Check it out. Give them a follow. If you want to shout out a friend, shout at us or with us, you can do that anytime. 1-888-99-IDOBE. Or you can email the show, bdsfans@idobe.com, or you can join the conversation instantly by putting that address, bdsfans@idobe.com, into your texting, where you usually put a phone number, then compose your text and press send. It ends up on this iPad in front of me. Once again, that address is bdsfans@idobi.com. What shall the emoji be today? How about the Easter Island statue head? See how quickly people find that. All right, lots of big show to get to today. Before we get to it all, though, hello, Boy Wonder.
Well, hello, Brett.
And hello, Flamin' Hot Cheeto lover.
Good morning, Brett.
And Katie LeClaire.
It's National No-Brainer Day.
As in,
That's a no-brainer.
If you eat hot Cheetos, drink Mountain Dew, and eat ranch dressing, you may be a millennial. That's a no-brainer. Thank you for watching on YouTube or listening to the podcast version of The Brett Davern Show. If you were listening live on Adobe Radio, you'd be hearing real music right now, instead of this message and whatever song this is. Sometimes the rules just won't let us play real music on YouTube or the podcast. It's not a big deal. Just putting it out there. Back with more show in a second.
You're listening to The Brett Davern Show with that other guy from that one show on MTV. Yeah, you know, Brett Davern on Adobe Radio.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you loud and clear, Brett.
Can the people out there hear me?
Hopefully.
If you can hear me, text the show.
The Ellis Island Skullhead.
It's not a skull head, Katie.
What is it?
Ellis Island Skullhead?
What did you call it?
The Ellis Island
Oh,
Skullhead?
no. None of those say Easter Island.
Easter Island, first of all.
Yeah.
Not Ellis Island, where a bunch of our ancestral relatives came through as they immigrated to this wonderful country of ours.
Mm-hmm.
So not Ellis Island.
Nope.
And also not a skull.
Well, it's a head.
Yeah, it's like a big totem, though. It's like a big granite, like monolithic head. Guy with a big forehead. If you're looking for the Ellis Island, now you've got me doing it. If you're looking for the Easter Island head, it's where the light bulb is. It's in the light bulb category.
Oh.
People are slow to it this morning. Don't have one yet. Don't have a winner.
We don't have one Easter Island head?
Mm-mm. Yesterday, superfan Abby in Arizona, she was the winner.
She's the first one?
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Today, nobody's won yet. 4-4 texts in, I can hear you, but no emoji yet. What's wrong with people? I like the emoji hunt every morning.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how many emojis there are. How many episodes could we make this thing last?
I think that we should make a bet right now. I think it's easy to figure out how many emojis there are.
Right.
We should do like when there's a jar of jelly beans.
Oh, Price is Right? Mm-hmm. You want to guess? Mm-hmm. But it has to be the standard Apple keyboard. It can't be like you've downloaded some other app that has, a billion emojis.
Right.
So just in the standard Apple emoji keyboard, how many different emojis are there?
Yeah.
It's hard, too, because there's all the symbols at the end as well.
It's
like
true.
all those weird
They all
cartoony
count.
arrows and stuff. I'll bet you there's... Should we get any hints at all, or are we just going to go out of the blue?
I think we should go out of the blue. I think we should go around the world here in the Brett Davern Show.
Well, yeah.
And then whoever gets the closest.
But you can't go over it. We're going full Price is Right.
Right.
Okay.
And then they get a prize. I don't know what the prize is, but they get a prize.
The prize is they get to work here for another day.
That's such a good prize.
I know.
I love it here.
The 413 is the winner.
All right.
Good job. Okay, how many...
Wait, Matadocious, did you just look it up?
No.
Okay.
You sure you're not cheating?
I'm not cheating.
She's the only one with the fast fingers who
Yeah.
could do that.
That's what they call her. Fast Fingers Maddie. That was her nickname in junior high. What? Because you could type fast. What are you thinking?
I'm not thinking anything.
So dirty.
Wait, what is
Wrong.
that? All right.
We talked about foreplay yesterday on the show, and all of a sudden, everything's dirty all the time.
Oh,
Yeah, foreplay is the best part of life, Katie.
Katie, you were gone too long.
I was.
For one day.
Foreplay is the best part of life.
All right, how many emojis are there? Oh, people should be... If people out there want to play on the text line, they can win.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, if we all go over and someone out there is like, $1, then they can work here for a day, I guess. I guess those are the rules.
I'm going to go 162.
Oh, no way. Mr. Boy Wonder? Mr. Wonder?
225, Brett.
225.
225.
Swinging
Brett.
big.
Wait, somebody's got to write this down. Grab the whiteboard. We're gonna mess it all up. What'd you say? 160 something?
162.
162.
225.
Who's betting $1?
225. Maddie?
350.
Ooh. Does he go over 350 or does he?
351.
Yeah.
Brett.
He took the words
What
right out
is
of my
it?
mouth.
Are you kidding me?
351.
Oh, okay.
All right. Anybody on the text line? Anybody on the text line? All right. The 3-4 text in 2,500.
Ooh.
Dang.
It's going big. And then Jeremiah, he might have looked it up because it's pretty specific. It says 722. I'm not sure. Okay, what do you got? How much? Someone's got to look it up now.
I'll look it up.
You were looking it up in the meantime?
I was not. I just opened a new tab.
Oh, my
Well, she couldn't
goodness.
have been because then that would have been cheating.
I'm not a cheater.
I used to kind of be emoji opposed.
Why?
I don't know.
Look at that face.
What? Oh.
You guys want to know the answer?
Yeah, what do you got?
2,666.
No way.
Apparently.
In the
What?
standard Apple keyboard?
As of June
Wait,
2017.
in the standard Apple
I'll be more specific, but
2000. Hold on. Let me go to the I'm going to on the iPad right now go to the emoji keyboard. That's I just scrolled through 2,000 things? No way.
That's crazy.
Oh, because of all the flags too. Oh.
yeah, it's 2,666.
Hold on a second. 1, 2,
Are you gonna count
3,
them
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
2,000.
2,374. Well, they're actually okay. So going down. So if you're looking at the emoji keyboard, going down, there's 5 from top to
okay.
bottom. So 5, and then however many rows there are.
That would still, take
Still
a long
though,
time
that's
to
a
count.
lot of rows. That's like 200 rows, isn't it? 2,005 times 2. So we did discover I'm a math genius on this show, but wow, that's a lot. That's a lot more than I thought. Well, in the room, I win.
You
yeah,
do.
I'm mad about it.
I win, but I would not have won the showcase on this one.
So you get to stay on the show.
I get to be here another day. That's good.
We'll all go home.
The 4-4 way off. 360. A lot of people sending in there. I guess the 3-4. I guess our listener in Spain gets to work here for a day.
Yeah.
Come on over, girl.
It is a girl, right? Did we establish that? It's 2018.
Come on over.
It's a spectrum. But 2,500 though, and it's 26 something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they win.
That's a lot.
That is a ton.
Yeah. You know, in Price is Right, they'd maybe get to take home both showcases.
Ooh.
I think you have to, if you're, no, I think you got to be within like 250. It's pretty close.
Pretty close. But the good news is we have another 2,600 days of this show to do.
Oh, yeah. That's right. It's going to be a sad day on this show when I just start saying, like, send us the left arrow.
I think that should be tomorrow's.
No, not that left arrow, the other left arrow. I was on The Price is Right once, Katie.
You were?
Uh-huh. Not as a contestant, but my friend,
Yeah.
a very dear friend of mine, she's actually godmother to
Oh.
the girl. She's godmother to my daughter, the girl.
Mm-hmm.
That's her name, by the way. We're very, very trendy in LA.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. We have a boy and a girl, and their names are the boy and the girl.
Is the first name and boy or girl middle?
No, it's all one word.
Oh, okay.
The boy.
Okay.
But the T in the is capitalized, and the B in boy is capitalized, and the T and the G.
Yeah.
So it looks like a Twitter handle.
Take that, Stormy in Chicago.
Right?
Ugh,
Yeah.
basic.
Basic. Whoa, Maddie.
Shots fired.
Spitting flaming hot Cheetos over there. So yeah, the boy and the girl. It's less confusing that way,
Yeah.
you know? Anyway, this friend of mine, she's the godmother to the girl.
Mm-hmm.
She was a contestant on The Price is Right because we all went as a group of friends
Mm-hmm.
to the show. It was when Bob Barker was still hosting. It's back in the day.
Yeah.
We all show up at CBS at like 5 a.m. They make you show up super early. But I had the name tag, like the price tag, name tag on there and everything. And then they line everybody up like 20 people at a time, and they go down the road and they say, "What's your name and what do you do for a living?" That's all they say.
What did you say?
I said, "My name's Brett and I work with children."
Okay.
Nah, I don't know. I
But-
said
but
I
you did at the
tutor
time,
kids.
right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
said I'm a tutor or something because I did. And then they came to my friend, And so all of us like played it pretty cool. Like everybody in the group was just like, oh, hey, I'm whatever, Joe, and I'm a waiter or whatever, right? And it got to my friend who ended up being on there, and she was literally jumping up and down, literally, so you know it's true because I said literally, so you know I'm using it properly. She was literally jumping up and down, and she goes, my name is, and I work at, and she was like so excited. And so we were like, geez, take a chill pill. And then, like, you know, hour
But it's
goes
genuine.
by.
That's the thing about this person. Like,
Yeah.
it's a genuine excitement.
Well, she's also an actress, though, too. So she's, like, maybe putting on a little because she
think
wants to
so?
get on the show. Well, a little. I mean, she is a generally excited person, though. But so we go into the studio for the taping, and it's like, ba-ba-ba-da, 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 ba-da-da, ba-da-da, and they're like, it's The Price is Right. And then the first name they called out was her name. Come on down. Like, oh, they knew. They were like, get up here. And so she gets up there, she wins the thing where she guesses the thing, she goes up there, she wins her game, then she spun to $1,000 on the big wheel, or I mean $1, which gives you $1,000 is what I mean. She goes to this showcase and loses to some frat boy by like $200.
No.
Yeah, one of those like when they got the frat t-shirts on, you know? Yeah, but I'm on The Price is Right because they do that thing where she needs help from the audience or whatever, and they cut to the audience, and it's me and all our friends because we wore custom T-shirts, and it's me and all of us, and we're just like screaming and holding up numbers on our hands, you know, like 4, and it's me.
That's awesome.
And our other friends.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And she kissed Bob Barker. Yep. She bent that old man back and put her tongue right in his mouth.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. I like
that.
It's a true story. No, most of that story is true.
Yeah.
Most of it.
The Bob Barker part.
Just the very end might not be.
Oh.
I don't know, though. I might just be misremembering. I'm drunk a lot, Katie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching on YouTube or for listening to the podcast version of our show. We love you. If you were listening live on Adobe Radio, you'd be hearing real music right now instead of this message. Sometimes rules don't allow us to play that kind of stuff on YouTube or on the podcast. Just putting it out there. Back with more show in a few seconds.
Adobe Radio. Did you know you can watch The Brett Davern Show on YouTube? Yeah, you can. Go to youtube.com/Brett Davern Show.
So your mom is in her first ever Uber
Her
right
very
now?
first.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
I remember my first. You never forget your first.
And I ordered it from the studio, and she...
Wait, so you ordered it sitting there, but she's somewhere else in L.A.?
Right.
Oh, boy.
She's at my house.
Oh, no.
I'm here.
Uh-oh.
And she's calling me, and I had a moment
Katie,
with
far
her.
be it for me to tell you what to do, but let me tell you what to do.
Always?
You put
I was
Uber
listening.
on her phone. Just put in your credit card.
Yeah, but then she would have to work with the technology. She wouldn't know how to do
All
that.
right, so let's talk to Cameron. Cameron Leahy in studio. Am I saying that right? Leahy?
Yeah.
All right. Wait. Oh, hold on. Let me unmute you. There you are.
Yeah, that's the one.
There he is.
You got it on the first try.
Cameron, you an Uber guy or a Lyft guy?
Oh, it's so tough to choose because one has a cool pink mustache.
I know.
And, you know.
I made a choice early on to just go with Uber because I think it was first. So I downloaded that app, and I'm such a cranky old man that I'm not going to download another app.
Oh, you stuck in your ways.
Yeah, so I was just like, forget it. I mean, everyone's like, oh, Lyft is cheaper. I'm like, what, by $1? Forget it. It's fine. I'm rich. I'll pay the extra $1.
You can tip on Uber now, right?
What?
You can tip on Uber, right?
I supposedly... Do you tip Uber drivers?
I think you do need to tip. It's customary.
Yeah, okay.
If you're a good person, you know.
Yeah, I've never done it.
I'm just kidding.
All
I'm
right.
just glad that Uber and Lyft are getting those mafioso yellow cab guys getting their comeuppance.
Absolutely. It's funny. It's one of those things where, like, in life, like, now I'm going to really sound like an old man or like my dad or something. But just in life, it's... Because I lived in New York for a while. You ever live in New York?
No, but I've
You've
visited
been there a
and
bunch,
I feel
yeah.
like a rat in a cage when I'm
It's
there.
one of those things where, like, taking a cab was always just kind of dicey and crazy, and those guys are just... they're sort of nuts, and like the cabs were never super nice, and it was just kind of weird. And then Uber comes along and everyone loves it, and now they're all having to like up their game because finally there's some competition in town, you know.
Breath mints in the back, all sorts of stuff.
What's not to love? Your mom taking her first Uber, that's pretty funny.
It's great.
It's exciting.
Wow. But she made it in the car.
And she sent me a text that said, "I'm in the car" emoji.
Oh, wow.
She's busting out the emojis now.
She's so cute.
So for being not very with it in taking
emojis
the
are-
first Uber, she is with it in terms of the emojis.
Well, she's got 2,600 to choose from, so.
Has she seen the movie?
Oh,
the
probably.
emoji
There are
movie.
grandkids, so I feel like that's potentially happened.
Wow. Yeah.
It's a good
Uber.
question, though.
Uber, man. What a life.
Cameron, do you sit in the front seat or the back seat of the Uber? If you're by
Sometimes
yourself.
he lets me drive, or she.
Ooh.
I just ask. I say, "You let me take over."
That's because you tip.
Exactly. Well, I usually get the tip at the end because I'm the one who drove ultimately.
There it is.
It says that on your profile, actually.
Yeah.
You're like they've written in.
Volunteer driver.
Yes,
Do
exactly.
you know your rating? Do you know your number?
At one point, I think I did have sort of a mixed rating because I sometimes, I lollygag. I take a second to get out.
Oh, yeah.
And then they don't appreciate
They
that.
used to wait a lot longer and be pretty polite about it, and now it's like if you're not right on there, they're gone.
There's
I've had it
supposed to be a
happen like
5-minute
twice.
grace period.
No, they don't wait that 5 minutes at all, though. I think
Take it from somebody who's a registered Lyft driver. You're supposed to wait 5 minutes.
the
Oh,
perception.
you're registered.
The perception of 5 minutes, I think, has changed so much that if they sit there 12 seconds, they're like, this has been 8 minutes, and they're out of here. Oh, man. Have you ever tried to just sit somewhere for 5 minutes without like
excruciating.
doing anything else?
Transcendental meditation.
Oh, yeah? You into that?
I've tried to dabble. I mean, that's the most understandable version of meditation to me. Would be just sitting for 20 minutes, focusing on a noise. As a musician, that makes sense for me.
Oh, yeah.
Just focusing on a noise and spending 20 minutes, like getting down to your deeper ideas, the ones that you can't access as readily when you're hearing the noise of life.
So, yeah, you just want to focus on
20
one.
minutes could get you down to the...
What
the
is
metaphor is the ocean, and usually you're spending all the time at the top of the waves where they're crashing and there's noise. But then if you can spend some time taking that submarine down to where the large whales and killer squid exist,
You're
they're
speaking
really
my
cool
language, man.
ideas.
Planet Earth 2 or Blue Planet 2.
Yes,
Oh,
sick.
oh, I've been watching a lot of that.
I love high resolution videos.
Amazing. Oh, they got some good stuff. Oh, I love it.
HD, man.
Dude, the dolphins all swim at the bottom of the school of fish to trap the fish to the surface, and then they just start diving through the big ball of fish. The footage is great, too. It's great.
You should play something from Apollo 18, They Might Be Giants. There's a really cool cover for that album.
Really?
If you ever listen to it, it's got a squid battling another sea creature of some kind in space.
Wow.
It looks pretty
Wow.
neat.
That is pretty cool.
Squid in space.
They Might Be Giants. Shout out.
Yeah,
There you go.
I like
Check
that.
that out.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your music.
Yeah.
Sorry. Let me clear my throat. Sorry about that.
How you feeling?
ImBetterWitchU.
Yeah.
Single out now. Ooh, there it is. There it is. Katie, quick on the draw. Is out now on Spotify, iTunes, everything. Everybody can go check it out. Let's listen to a bit of it, and then we'll chat about it. Turn it up, Katie.
To
That's great, man. I like that song a lot. It's really good. I was saying, like, I never know if I'm supposed to, like, make comparisons or whatever. It's because if I say the wrong artist or maybe you're not a fan, and then I'm like, oh, no, I'm not trying to.
I was just talking to a friend about that, and about references.
Yeah.
And references are really, like, the way you communicate about
right?
things.
It's like a point of reference.
So no offense taken.
All right. Well, I was saying, I think it's reminiscent to me, like, a little Black Keys-ish, a Jack White. I love it. I think it's great. And the piano in the background. You got to love a piano.
Love a rock piano.
I feel like those dudes are very organic sounding, and that's sort of what I'm going for, is just something that sounds... I love... Well, I have a home studio now. I've been self-producing this, listening to records all the time. You just remember that the reason it exists is so that you can sort of reach out and be heard truly by somebody through the medium of music. So it's cool to do something organic sounding that's just right up in front of you. And that's because of my style, which is I don't know what I'm doing. all I can really do.
Hey,
is
that's
just,
my style.
Yes.
We're on the same page.
Exactly. When you don't know what you're doing, I think is when you're at your best. So I feel like I'm just...
Well, you're just
my
discovering.
head's just above water
and
now.
you're discovering, you're exploring. I like that.
Yes.
Talk to me about self-producing a little bit, because this is your first kind of foray into that.
Mm-hmm.
What's that like, I don't know, being your own boss? Or I don't really know how it works in the music business with producers, but I mean, how does it work now being your own producer?
You realize that you are the one who has to address all the details, and I think that's it's actually helped me a little bit grow up a bit, and take out the trash, stuff like that. It's sort of the equivalent. I was telling my mom, I was like, I realized that I could make a cheesecake now just based on producing. I'm down. I will just take all the steps.
That's interesting.
I will buy the ingredients and I will do it, just because when you dive in, you just have to dive in.
Yeah, plus you're just probably learning a lot, too.
All the time.
Yeah.
You never stop learning.
Totally.
Once you arrive, you're dead, as they say.
And cheesecake is delicious.
Cheesecake is delicious, too.
Cheesecake is really good. Underrated in the dessert. I feel like cheesecake... Every time someone starts talking about it, it does get a lot of love, but I feel like it never really comes to at least to the top of my head when I'm thinking of desserts. I never first think like, oh, cheesecake. But
I've gone back to just classic cherry pie.
Ooh.
Ever since Twin Peaks, I have to.
Oh, yeah.
But
Yeah.
oh my gosh.
have you been to
Cherry
4 and 20 around here in the valley?
I've
There's a
seen
little
it. I haven't
diner,
gone, though.
Oh,
a pie place.
Cameron.
Oh,
You
my
gotta go.
gosh.
The pie?
No, for real, it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, check
it's
it
really
out.
good.
Okay.
So ImBetterWitchU, which I'm just going to spell for the people out there so they can make sure to find it. It's just ImBetterWitchu. So it's all one word. ImBetterWitchU.
Yeah.
Check it out. Spotify, iTunes, like we were saying, all the places you find your music. And then you're working on a music video for the next single, right?
Yeah.
Which the next single is called...
It's called Just 'Cause You Feel It, and that was produced by my buddies, The Gifted.
Okay, yeah.
And so that will be out probably next month, and all of the other music that I was working on over this past year, that'll culminate in an album.
Nice.
Which
the album is the title is TBD. That's not the title, but it's to be announced later.
Yeah.
So
or just interpret it as you will. Maybe it means something else to you.
That's very meditational right there. very zen of you. Yes. We have a friend who has recently become a Buddhist, and it's killing me to not be just diving into that right now with all these time crunches of breaks and whatever. But we find him sitting on a little pillow, staring off into nothingness quite often.
He's a happy boy.
And,
as long as it's healthy for him.
No, he seems to be
you.
super healthy. It's just I don't have the time.
You're like, he never leaves the pillow.
I'm wildly jealous. I'm wildly jealous of the free time.
Yeah.
Wildly
You
jealous.
just gotta
of
make
that.
time.
I know. That's.
That's
you have
the
all the
hardest
answers.
part, yeah.
Cameron
I
has
don't
all
know.
the
I
answers.
don't know.
Cool, man. We do have to take a break, but we'll keep going on the other side of the break and get more into it as well. And I want to know your Uber score. Actually, we need to look it up during the break. That's also been in the back of my head. Hey, speaking of waves,
I know, right?
which you didn't even know we were going to get into really, but this is Waves by a band called Susto. We've played them once
We
or
love
twice.
Sue Stone around here.
Thank Thank you for watching on YouTube or listening to the podcast version of The Brett Davern Show. If you were listening live on Adobe Radio, you'd be hearing real music right now, instead of this message and whatever song this is. Sometimes the rules just won't let us play real music on YouTube or the podcast. It's not a big deal. Just putting it out there. Back with more show in a second.
Keep up with all things Brett Davern Show on Twitter. At Brett Davern Show, IW Radio.
All right, Boy Wonder, you looked during the break, right?
Yeah, for my Uber score,
Yeah, what's your Uber rating?
4.67. I'm a little disappointed in myself. I have to be honest.
4.67? What did you do?
I don't know.
I had an Uber driver tell me that if you get to a 4.5, they will not pick you up. So you're on
heck?
the edge, buddy. You're on
Really?
the bubble.
I brought my
what
dog
I've
to the
heard.
airport, but I called the guy and I said, "Hey, I have a dog. Is that okay?" He
Did
said
Parker
yes.
did Parker pee in the
No,
back seat?
he was in his carrier. It was great.
All right.
I was a
4.67.
little
You're
late,
on the
though.
bubble there, bud.
How about you?
I am. Let's see. I'll even screenshot it so people know I'm not lying.
I'll screenshot.
I'm a 4.91.
Damn.
That was not the case 2 weeks ago.
Well, maybe I was a good boy in the back seat recently.
You've been tipping, haven't you?
Maybe. Cameron.
Sweet. 4.81. So
Nice.
we're
All right.
in the pocket.
No, that's
there.
high. That's up there. Katie.
Here's the thing
Uh-oh.
about my ride history.
Uh-oh.
I can't be good because my Uber has been permanently suspended.
What?
So I don't
You're one
have
of those
Uber.
people.
Wait a second. You've been banned from Uber?
I've been banned from Uber.
What
I
did you
don't know
do?
what I did.
What did you do?
I
You
don't
light
know.
one person on fire.
I know.
No, seriously, what happened?
I think that potentially what happened was
You've been banished to Lyft forever?
yeah.
Wow.
I can only lift.
Wow.
I think a friend was in the front seat while I was in the back seat. You know, potentially after an evening of libations.
Are you sure you and that friend weren't in the backseat together?
Hey.
Hey.
They give you bonus points for that. They don't suspend you.
Do they?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like
They like that.
driving in a
Tips.
show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think
You've been branded.
People do probably get it on in the back of Ubers, right?
Of course they do.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yikes.
That's just reality of the profession, I imagine.
Yeah.
I feel like that's
Especially at
part
2
of
o'clock in
the-
the morning. If you're picking somebody up at 2 o'clock in the morning, it's two people.
Yeah, but look, the back of like a New York City taxi cab, like those cabs are like, you know, they're like built for being a cab. You know what I mean? An Uber is someone's car. I'm just saying it's more like in the back of a yellow cab in any city, it's a little more appropriate, even if I don't know if that's the right word, but you know what I'm saying.
I
Yeah.
think they'd resent that.
Well, fine, but I'm just saying that the back of someone's Honda Civic seems a little more disrespectful. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
What we're saying is people respect your drivers.
Yeah, show them a little respect, and wait till you get back to his or her place or they's place, whatever I'm supposed to say these days.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, the 3-4 texted in, "I'm a girl."
Sweet.
So
Okay, now we know.
Whoever's in the 3-4 identifies as a girl.
The Spain. The Spanish lady.
Yes, there you go. All right.
Cameron's like, "What are you talking about?"
I don't know what we're doing. I don't know. What else should we talk about with Cameron? So, you know, lots of projects going on. Lots of things in the works here. Album out soon. You can check him out on Twitter at Cameron Leahy. There's no underscores, no spaces. It's spelled how it should be. And I'm sure you'll keep everybody updated on when the album comes out and all that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
definitely. There'll be a video out
Any
soon.
plans for some shows or anything coming up? We can have people go buy tickets. Or,
Yeah, the studio has been such a different animal that
Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure out how I would even perform this music live. 'Cause
Gotcha.
Part of it has been just going for new sounds that felt like things in my head that I hadn't gotten out
You're
yet.
in your Sgt. Pepper's phase.
It is a little.
Or your Pet Sounds
It's getting
phase.
into a place where it's a little bit more elaborate for the fun of it, but it definitely
like that.
presents new issues for live. But I'll figure. That's
cool.
Come down the pike.
Oh, I
You
love
play
that.
all of the instruments as well, right?
Yeah, all the instruments on ImBetterWitchU and most of the songs on the album will be just me. So yeah, it's
So you could
different.
like Andrew Bird it and like hire people to play for you.
Yeah,
or you could Reggie
I'd-
Watts it and have like loops.
Loops,
Yeah.
definitely. I could do pedals. That'd be a little bit daunting. But
Yeah.
definitely getting some friends together and just kind of finding people who dig it and not really forcing it. Making
Sure.
it organic, I think, will be cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
And just studio recording is different than live stuff. So, but all this stuff is definitely, like I was saying about it being an intimate sort of just right against your ears organic thing. All these songs are sort of built to be played live in some way or another, just maybe a stripped down version of them.
Nice. I gotcha. All right. One last thing to do with you.
Cool.
I have 2 note cards. I remembered to bring them because Katie texted me at about 5:15 in the morning.
Good on you.
One is orange, one is purple. They're getting a little tattered, Katie, from the Mammoth Film Festival, but you know what? I like them. I like them weathered.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're loved.
Yeah, best part of life, foreplay and scars. Because
Got any good ones?
both of those things give you stories.
Yeah.
Do I have any good scars?
Yeah.
On the inside or on the outside?
Ah.
Outside.
Actually, no.
Specifically outside.
I don't really
yeah.
have any scars on the I don't really. I don't know. A few chickenpox scars here and there, but I don't really have any scars. Not really, no.
Good.
Yeah, no. Anyway, one of them is orange. One of the note cards is orange. One of them is purple.
We should add that question
And,
to the questions.
What,
Do you
got
have
any
any
got any
noted-
scars?
Got any good
Visible
stuff?
scars.
Tell me about your emotional scarring. All right. They each contain a different line of questioning, but I'm going to put them behind my back, and you determine what line of questioning I ask you by telling me right or left.
Okay. So like purple or orange.
Yeah, but it's in right or left hand. I don't even know why I mentioned that they're purple or orange.
All right, explain this again. Just so I make sure I understand this concept.
Basically, you just say right or left.
All right. But what is that determining?
Which card I pull out from behind my back.
Okay.
Because one of them is
It's
in
random.
one hand.
Okay.
It just makes it a little more random.
Left.
8 questions.
All right.
Here we
Purple.
go.
I like
the
purple.
purple card.
Is that what you're hoping for?
Yeah.
Yeah.
8 questions. Dan probably tipped him off. Question number 1. Now, these start out easy and then they get
Okay.
intense.
All right. No
You might
pressure.
have some emotional scarring from this.
I'll deal with it.
Turn it into a new song.
Yeah, turn
Yeah,
it
there
into
you
art.
go, there you
Exactly.
go.
Number 1, most used emoji.
I'm gonna say let's go with the red heart.
Oh, yeah. Nice. Classic. Number 2, did you ever have an AOL Instant Messenger? And if so, what was your screen name?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Remember any silly screen names?
Gosh. Well, for the majority of my AIMing years, it was Beggar's Banquet 4 in reference to the Rolling Stones.
Mm-hmm.
So
There were
that
3
was
other
it.
ones? Or 4 is just your number?
4, I think 4 just stuck with it. I think
Yeah.
that was just somebody else had stolen 3, a bastard.
Number 3, who's your celebrity crush?
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Great answer.
Yes.
You know, it's good.
It's a great
go
answer.
Space. And Elon Musk too. Now, I
Yeah.
think. How can you
dude.
not after that display of?
Neil deGrasse Tyson, the guy wears the best ties.
Yeah, you can't be mad at a person who has fun ties.
It's true.
Also,
Says a
Nice
lot
Guy
about him.
Digital, our little production company.
Yeah.
NGD, Neil deGrasse Tyson, and
It's a
DG.
T.
It's close.
A deep connection there.
Mm.
Deep state conspiracy.
Number 4, what's your favorite candy bar?
Ooh, Toblerone.
Oh,
Oh.
fancy.
Well, getting a little bougie.
Exotic. Go, pull into the duty free. Grab yourself some Toblerone.
Mm-hmm.
Number 5, finish this sentence. Something I need to improve upon is...
Living in the now.
I think that's something we could all use.
Yeah.
Number 6, what is your spirit animal and why?
That's tough. I empathize with all the animals, but maybe today I'll say a black silver fox.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What is that? I've never even heard of that.
Just a fox that's kind of black,
That's
and
black
silver, and they're fun and.
All right. Number 7, do you prefer wearing boxers, boxer briefs, tighty-whities, or just go commando?
Just commando.
Nice. I like the no hesitation, too. So without looking...
No shame.
Without looking, do you know what color you're wearing today? That doesn't work now.
Skin.
And number 8, the most important question of them all. Now, I ask everybody this question, whether you're on the silly morning show or whether we just happen to meet out there at some coffee shop or something and we strike up a conversation. I would ask you this question because I believe that it tells me everything I need to know about you as a person. Cameron Leahy, what is your favorite fruit?
Ooh. Okay. This is gonna really divide a lot of people, I'm sure. This is the sort of question that could really be life or death here.
Mm-hmm. Especially in these turbulent times we're living in, you might want to tread lightly.
Well, and especially in a turbulent time, I feel like the fruit you want to have with you is an apple. Just because it's durable, and there are so many different kinds of apples. Mm-hmm. There's really as many types of apples as there are people, in fact. And
metaphorical.
There's a great documentary about apples by the BBC on YouTube that I recommend people watching that talk about this and how even if you cross seeds, if you plant a seed from an apple, the tree that will grow will not be that type of apple guaranteed. It might be its own type of apple.
Influenced by the world around it.
A lot of fun, interesting things about apples that I learned recently. So apple, yeah. And beetles, plus that. There you go.
Yeah.
Their label.
Exactly.
So, apple.
That's right. Green apple.
Okay. That sounds good. I'm going to have an apple today.
Apple Studios? Wasn't that? Wait, what was the name of it?
Just there. I think it was Apple Records.
Apple Records.
Yeah.
Right, sorry. That's a wrap, everybody.
Yes, sir.
On another edition of the Brett Davern Show. Thank you out there for listening live on iDoby Radio or subscribing on YouTube, TuneIn, iTunes, podcasts. You know, wherever you're listening, we love you for it. If you like what you heard, just tell a friend.
Tell him.
Walk right up to him and say, hey, man. Did you hear that show? I don't know. I ran out of...
Check it out.
Train of thought completely left the station. Oh, boy. Say goodbye, Producer Katie.
Bye.
Producer Katie is on Twitter and Instagram at Katie LeClaire. I'm on Twitter and Instagram at BDav. You can follow the show on any social media, including Facebook at Brett Davern Show, or go to idoby.com for archived episodes, photos, and much, much more. Today's guest, Cameron Leahy, can be found on Twitter at Cameron Leahy. Is that same for Instagram? Are you on Instagram?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Same? Keeping it consistent.
Leahy.
There you go. Cameron, Cameron, and then Leahy, Leahy, as the man
Thanks for
said.
getting it right.
Of course, man. Hey, thanks for being here, and congratulations with everything, and good luck on everything in the future, and come back on the show and tell us all about it.
Please.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be fun. ImBetterWitchU, the single out now. Find it everywhere. And then album coming soon, which I don't know the name yet, but Cameron will come back and tell us when it happens. Once again, for producer Katie and Boy Wonder and Matt Adocious and the girl in the 3-4 and whoever was texting in from the 4-4 and the 920 and the 570 and the 413 and the 44 and the 816 and the 425 today. I'm Brett, and I'm reminding all of you to be kind and take care of each other. That was our show. Good night. Vicky LeClaire's Lyft driver named Eric. Enjoy that chatty ride, my friend.
That's it for the Brett Davern Show today. But don't worry, they'll be back tomorrow on Adobe Radio Live, starting at 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific.